When you think about approaching a woman, the reason you feel uneasy about it, there's almost like a guilt or a shame. The resistance that you feel is like, I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. I don't want to put her on the spot. And so that excessive empathy within you, which you know, kind of comes from being a nice guy, not wanting to inconvenience people, that excessive empathy is something that needs to be conquered. Because your discomfort around the idea of approaching a woman or being romantic or creating tension is the thing that's going to get you rejected or put in the friend zone. So the guys who can confidently approach women and attract them and take them home, they don't have that resistance, that kind of feeling of guilt. Feels a bit queasy, feels a bit icky, a bit sickly, like, you know, is it right that I approach a woman and be romantic with her? You know, obviously you don't want to be psychopathic and not have any empathy at all, but one of the biggest things that you guys are struggling with is you've got too much empathy. You've got too much guilt around the idea of talking. So when we're talking about like going up to a girl and just being romantically forward, you know, you're hot, I wanted to meet you. You got to work through that shame and that guilt. Because if that's there and that causes you to hesitate and you're holding your words back because you don't want to put it on her and make her feel uncomfortable, you're going to kill the attraction. She's not going to feel that fucking masculine outflow, that forwardness, that ballsiness. So it's like, how do we get over, let me give you the value now. So how do we get over that? Where is that coming from? Well, loads of things: trauma, ego, unworthiness, limiting beliefs. There's an inspiration. And one of the biggest practices that you've got to now work at when it comes to approaching women, holding a good conversation and flirting with them, is to see that resistance that comes up in the mind and in the body and make a decision to connect to what was the original inspiration when you saw that girl. You can imagine going on a date with her. She's fucking your perfect type. She's gorgeous and you'd like to take her out. You want to fuck her, whatever that is. There's a sexual, romantic, energetic inspiration which has now been completely evaporated by this guilt and this shame and all of this shit on here. You've lost track. That's why you don't know what to say. Because you've totally lost track with the original inspiration. Because realistically, pickup is simple. Hey, I thought you were cute. Hey, you've got nice energy. Are you from Brazil? You're beautiful. And then normal conversation. And then get her number or suggest that you go on an instant date. So the technicality of being able to meet women from cold approach is pretty simple, but the reason that you're getting stuck conversationally, the reason you don't know what to say is you've totally lost connection to it. So it's like pulling up, observing the fact that your mind's been hijacked. You know, don't be forward, don't ask her out, is it the right time, should I look for permission? And make a decision to move it forward. So in sales, always be closing. Because even if your internal critic is telling you that she was not going to like you, you're already in that interaction. What is it that you want from her? How do you want to communicate with her? And if there's a vibe there and you want to take her out, you always ask for the number. You always go for the instant date. Her job is to put the brakes on. Your job as a man is to lead it romantically. So you can't be in the middle. You can't be like, should I wait around and see if she's interested in me before I proposition her? If you want her, you go for it. You'll be surprised how many, like, you're looking at a woman and she's got a distasteful face or she looks like she's giving you the cold treatment. You'll be surprised how many women go, yeah, sure. But if you're doubting that, you're actually going to increase the chances that you get rejected because you don't have that confidence at outflow. So you're training the act of courage to go for what you want based on your inspiration. Obviously, you're talking to that girl because you want to take her out. How many girls, when you're stuck in a conversation, you're not sure if she likes you, do you actually go for it anyway? Do any of you guys get stuck and say, oh, nice to meet you, or reject early? Yes. Yeah? Excessive empathy, guilt, shame, don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. That's got to go. I'm not saying become a psychopath, and, you know, but I'm just saying, like, this is the problem with being a nice person, a nice guy. You're so fucking worried about that girl that you're not going to go, we're going out tonight. What are you up to tomorrow? Like I said, she will put the brakes on if she's not interested. But your job is to, if you like her, always go for it. Does that make sense?